third party?
I think it's ridiculous to start a third party. We have a tremendous success with the Republican Party. The Democrats have lost their way, but it's always been a two-party system. And I think starting a third party just adds to confusion.
Let's talk about Elon Musk. Let's complain about Elon Musk. He says he's confirming. He doubled down on it. He backed it up. He said by a factor of 2 to 1, you want a new political party and you shall have it. I've told you how ignorant this is. I don't know if you guys were watching the show or paid attention to me, but until you burn the entire thing to the ground and start from the foundation, grafting another root into the tree, into a poisoned tree is just going to add more poison. You can't slap another, label, motto, bumper sticker, or logo on something and say, hey, we're doing good here. He says, when it comes to bankrupting our country with a waste and graft, we live in a one-party system, not a democracy. I don't disagree with that. So today, the America Party is formed to give you back your freedom. And then, of course, we started seeing the people who are aligning themselves with it. I mean, if that's true, and they want Mike Pence to run the thing. I mean, his first order of business was to, hire somebody that's a foreigner to run the deal. Not Mike Pence, but another guy. It's starting to look like the Indian party, if you ask me. Let's take a look at it. So Mark Cuban came out. Anthony Scaramucci. This is my friend at Not Kenny Rogers. Jeffrey Boggs. Those of you who want to know who Not Kenny Rogers is. I allowed him. Mark Cuban, Anthony Scaramucci, Brian Krasenstein, Thomas Massey, Mike Pence. He says that's pretty much all I need to know about Elon Musk's New America Party. Just let me give you the America Party breakdown here. This is my friend Larry Taunton, my dear friend Larry Taunton. I'm friends with all these people, man, and they are. I've spent many, many times. I talked to Larry just yesterday. Larry's fired up about this, and Larry is the one. He and I are the one who have talked about this a lot. And I've told you when I said Elon Musk is not conservative, he's just not woke. And you guys, a lot of people out there have they resonated when he wasn't woke, and you said, well, he's conservative. He's not conservative. He wasn't converted to anything. Larry and I were the ones who were discussing that. We were the ones who were discussing that, and it was so impacted me in that conversation, I brought it to you. And here's what he says. Let's consider Musk's idiotic platform for this party. No Second Amendment rights, electric vehicle mandate, carbon tax, cheap migrant labor, brain chipping, pro-choice, and Mars. The man who voted for Obama twice, Hillary, and Biden. Larry will tell you he's a damn Democrat. Spoken like a good old Alabama boy, Larry Taunton. He'll tell you, the damn Democrat. Trust me, he knows Democrats. Here's the thing, and I can rant on this thing and just tell you he's done it again. I mean, we're not talking about launching a rocket or reinventing the wheel here. He's not saving the world with Dogecoin memes. He's going to bless us with his next vanity project, and that's exactly what this third political party is. It's a vanity project. I mean, you might as well call it the Elon Musk party, because this isn't about America. This is about attention. Again, I've said it over and over and over again. Don't trust billionaires that keep inserting themselves in the middle of every single issue. And you say, well, Donald Trump's a billionaire. Very different. Very, very different. Donald Trump sacrificed a whole lot. He's proven himself, and he didn't insert himself in every single thing. He just ran for president, and they hated him for that. Donald Trump wasn't in the middle of trying to insert himself in everything that was going on when he was unelected. But Elon Musk has done that because it's not about policy. It's not about principles. It's not about patriotism, this America party. It's about a billionaire toddler throwing another shiny toy into the room just to see who claps like a stupid monkey. Elon Musk doesn't want to save the republic. He wants to trend on X and on the news cycles. This is the man who tweets like a 13-year-old Reddit mod with a Red Bull addiction, and somehow we're supposed to believe he's starting a movement for the average American. This dude has Asperger's. He's way on the spectrum, and you need to give me a break. I mean, he's cosplaying as Tony Stark by day and Chaos Agent at night. He bought Twitter, and you know what? We, by the very nature of what he was trying to accomplish for himself, benefited from the free speech. But I don't believe he was trying to protect free speech. I think he was trying to make sure his own memes got more engagement. He was trying to make sure his own businesses grew. So if you think he's forming a party for the people, no, he's just bored again. I've warned you about chipping people and Neuralink and all that. And Neuralink apparently didn't scratch the itch. Cybertruck still looks like it was something drawn by a blind Lego artist. So he's going to go full Napoleon and declare himself the savior of American politics. He's from South Africa. I don't think so. The guy has never had a good idea. Thank you for exposing the waste, fraud, and the terrible spending that's out there. Thank you for exposing that. You did your job. Now, what did you want? You wanted more attention from it. This guy's going to have a meltdown because you don't get an EV mandate in the big, beautiful bill. So let's call it what it is. He's another elite trying to play both sides while pretending to stand in the middle. He wants the MAGA crowd's admiration. He wants the libertarians' applause. And he wants the left's reluctant respect. And the media's, he wants their obsession. And he's figured out the formula. Be unpredictable, throw out buzzwords like freedom, truth, and the future, and then sit back and let his army of sycophants do the rest. It's a bad idea. It's a stupid idea, and I hope it dies on the vine. Because you got people out there who actually believe in liberty, who fight for values, who knock doors, show up to city councils, serve in the military, raise families, pay taxes. They're not interested in your next beta launch of political relevance, Elon. They're busy living in the real world, not your dopamine-fueled simulation of power and personality cults while you go out and knock up another bimbo. And what is his platform, by the way? I just showed you. You got to own an electric car? I mean, well, what's next? He going to say everybody needs to have a flamethrower? No, he's already said you can't have Second Amendment. I mean, you're going to have crypto UBI or just a constant feedback loop of his own ego. The American Party is nothing more than Elon Musk creating a stage to star in his own Truman Show. But this time, the stakes are national. It's going to affect your life. So we don't need another party. Not like this, we don't. It's going to be led by a guy who thinks trolling is governing. We sort of already got that, don't we? But he sure is effective, isn't he? I haven't seen the effectiveness of Elon Musk, not when it comes to leadership. Not who puts other people's best interests first. For Elon, it's been about the bottom line. You got Donald Trump, who sacrificed it. He don't even take a salary. We don't need a candidate whose greatest qualification is saying, I invented PayPal in a tweet. We need leaders with conviction who have skin in the game, not a guy who can get on a private jet and go somewhere else on the globe and forget you even exist. I need conviction and not clout. We need warriors, not weirdos. Statesmen and not stuntmen. So here's your attention, Elon. Enjoy it. But just know America's not your next beta test. And it's not your lab experiment. It sure to hell isn't your personal brand. I mean, our founding fathers, we celebrated over Independence Day. They bled, they lost, they sacrificed so we could be free, not so the world's richest man could throw a temper tantrum in red, white, and blue. So if you want to lead something, Elon, start with leading your own companies without crashing them into the ideological ditch. And until then, leave the future of this country to the people who actually love it more than they love hearing themselves talk about it. You can't confuse tech fame or riches or wealth or elitism with true leadership. You can't do that. You can't take these non-woke statements and make that about being conservative truth and framework. You can't. Here's what Trump responded with, and I'll leave you with this. President Trump said Elon Musk can have fun with his new America Party, but the MAGA-controlled Republican Party has become a tremendous success. Let's hear the president. Play the clip.
Your reaction to Elon Musk starting a third party?
I think it's ridiculous to start a third party. We have a tremendous success with the Republican Party. The Democrats have lost their way, but it's always been a two-party system. And I think starting a third party just adds to confusion. It really seems to have been developed for two parties. Third parties have never worked. So he can have fun with it, but I think it's ridiculous.
I concur. It's not where we need to be.